The great sage Patanjali'S fourth Klesha. Klesha in English is troubles. Trouble is DVESHA. DVESHA in English is aversion. 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 What is this aversion? What is this DVESHA told by the great sage Patanjali? Aversion towards what? Aversion towards that which brings suffering. I am repeating, aversion towards that which brings suffering. What suffering? What suffering here means? How this suffering gets generated? How this suffering concretizes in the ordinary man? Why it comes to the ordinary man? What exactly is the meaning of suffering here? Friends, whenever anybody, man or God, will start doing good work, good action, virtuous action, sinless action, the man will have to suffer. For example, भगवान कृष्णा अच्छा करने के लिए आए, उनका जिंदगी सफरिंग में रहा. भगवान राम, उनका जिंदगी सफरिंग में रहा. यहां सफरिंग का मतलब है कि जब हम अच्छा कर्म करने का कोशिश करते हैं, whenever we try to do good action, whenever we try to do virtuous action, whenever we try for a life which is sinless, एक जीवन जीना चाहते हैं वहां जिसमें पुण्य ही हो, पाप ना हो, that is not exactly suffering. What is that? That is bliss. वो आनंद है. क्यों? कि हम सच्चा कर्म करते हैं, हम वर्चुअस कर्म करते हैं, हम पुण्य करते हैं, तो मन में आनंद होता है कि मैं अच्छा कर्म कर रहा हूं, मैं अच्छा कर्म मेरे भगवान के लिए कर रहा हूं, मेरे भगवान से मुझे प्यार है, मेरे भगवान से मुझे कमिटमेंट है, मेरे भगवान के साथ मेरा कम्युनियन है, मैं उनसे बात करता हूं, जो कानून उन्होंने बनाया है, जो धर्म उन्होंने बनाया है, जो कर्म करने को बोले हैं वही मैं करूंगा, उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं करूंगा. लेकिन फॉर वन ऑर्डिनरी मैन दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. फॉर ऑर्डिनरी मैन दैट इज सफरिंग. हियर suffering, and for that suffering ordinary man has aversion. By continuing aversion for suffering out of doing good action, virtuous action, sinless action, what the ordinary man loses and what one devotee gains. One devotee, by having no aversion for suffering, does good work and finally realizes the God, finally realizes self, finally knows the soul, finally the soul rules over the body kingdom. The devotee wins God realization. The devotee wins self realization. The devotee wins the soul kingdom. In contrast, as against, ordinary man loses everything. Why the ordinary man loses? Very important. Ordinary man tries for material desire. Material desire in the long run is not at all permanent. it will end somewhere with unhappiness, violence, sorrow, misery, all that. But ordinary man never tries to understand. Secondly, ordinary man, instead of doing meditation, practices sense instruments perception and action. अगर आप सेंस परसेप्शन सेंस एक्शन में जाएंगे, अल्टीमेटली आपको वायलेंस मिलेगा, दुख मिलेगा, अनहैप्पीनेस मिलेगा, भगवान नहीं मिलेंगे, आपको सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन नहीं होगा, आप अपने आत्मा को नहीं पहचान पाएंगे. सेज पतंजलि जी 2200 साल पहले, 2200 years back, realized this. He advised man, never averse suffering out of good work, suffering out of virtuous action, suffering out of sinless life. So friends, now it is concluded that we will go for Patanjali's advice. That, and it is also concluded that the fourth Klesha, the fourth trouble is DVESHA, is aversion. What is that aversion? Aversion toward that which brings suffering in the beginning due to good work, due to virtuous action, due to sinless action, due to replacement of sense perception and action, due to replacement of material desire. Here, my Param Pujya Gurudev, Paramahansa Yogananda, interrelates VIKARNA. VIKARNA was a warrior in KAURAV army. My Gurudev interrelates VIKARNA with DVESHA or aversion of, says Patanjali. Why he interrelates? VIKARNA was a character signifying DVESHA, aversion. This is for today's discussion. Patanjali's fourth Klesha is DVESHA or aversion. Thank you, friends. Please subscribe my channel to motivate me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.